guys, so check this out. Before this video gets started, I do want to mention that we just dropped a brand new t-shirt on the website. A nice, super simple, clean design. You got the all red with the yellow font up front, Goon Squad Simply Built. And on the back, you got a brand new design. These suckers are super fire. This one right here is a little bit sweaty, but you know what? That means I'm ready for whatever I got to do. So if you guys want to copy one of these very limited t-shirts, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But as of right now, let's get to the video. Everything's intact, no bones are broken. There's not enough paint in a few areas. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the paint booth instead of the original Goon Squad garage, because as you guys seen in the previous video, we finally brought a bunch of parts in over here. We threw down some beautiful paint and also some awesome clear coat just to make everything proper, right? That's how you do paint jobs. That's how you do paint jobs right there. And dude, we finally got a totally different color on this car, or half of the car, because we just painted the parts so far. And dude, this blue looks absolutely amazing. That's basically the perfect blue, the blue we were looking after, the darker blue with the lighter blue effect in the sunlight or in the daylight. Exactly, dude. And a bunch of metallics as well. So you know what? We got all this stuff knocked out, and the next biggest challenge is actually gonna be taking this stuff home, because the way that we brought this stuff here was just kind of in two trucks just piled on top of each other. But now we got both sides painted, so we got to be a lot more careful. Yeah, a lot more careful. So we brung out 3 trucks, the Denali, the 450, and also the Raptor with the tiny bed. But I think we can actually load this stuff up extra careful and hopefully make it home without any scratches, dude. Exactly. So as soon as we get this stuff home, we're gonna also have to store it in a safe place at home and let it bake in the sun for a couple days. Yeah, we'll probably just leave it outside or something on a few stands and boxes and whatnot. That way it can nicely harden. And in the meantime, we're gonna start working on the actual tub of the car, get that sucker prepped, and that's the very next step, is to paint the tub. And dude, that'll be it for all the paint work, dude. That's gonna be awesome right there. I can't wait to get all that stuff knocked out. That way we can start focusing on buffing, but more importantly, the engine swap. Yeah, definitely. We'll probably not even buff the car until the engine is in the car. That way, if we do kind of scuff it, we'll end up just buffing it with the rest of the car and stuff like that. Exactly. But who knows? Anything could happen. We can just go ahead and buff it right away. Who knows? Exactly. The main thing is just to keep things flowing, and that's exactly what we're doing. So I say right now, we go ahead and not waste any time, start loading all this stuff into the trucks and make it back to the house. Alrighty guys, so we are finally back with all these beautiful blue parts over here, and you can just see those metallics absolutely sparkling in the sun there. They have been baking for a little bit of time, but you know what? There's something pretty bad going on with these suckers, which I don't really want to say it, but we're gonna have to say it. I mean, it's nothing too crazy serious. They look absolutely amazing, but once we got them in a certain angle in the sun, we kind of seen some cloudiness going on in the paint job. Almost looks like there's not enough paint in a few areas on this. I don't think the camera will probably ever pick it up, because it's such a like different type of angle that only, I guess, your human eyes can see. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's only one like angle that you could see this stuff from, and it's only from like this angle. I don't know. Come over here, see if you could show them that on that door. Can you see that right there? Dude, it's like a bunch of clouds right here, and also almost looks like there's not enough paint towards the bottom, which is crazy because we used the blue sealer, and then on top of that, I threw like 2 really thick coats of paint on this, and the third actual mist coat was pretty thick as well. So almost did 2 mist coats as well. Like, yeah, definitely. That way. It's just really weird. So I'm guessing not a big deal. What this means is just we're gonna have to go ahead and probably paint just the jams on that car and put all the panels on and just go ahead and spray the whole car in, which in the end is probably gonna be the better option for us. That means everything is gonna blend in properly, so everything is gonna flow, nothing's gonna look mismatched, or the metallics are not gonna be like all different because the way you throw down the metallics is a big deal as well.
It's definitely a big deal, especially with this paint. I mean, dude, like these metallics in this paint is just absolutely amazing. The way the sun hits it in certain angles looks absolutely perfect. I think this door right here is like on point right here, but you know what? Once we're gonna be throwing on the whole car, we're gonna make sure everything is nice and even throughout. And it's crazy because we wasted almost more than half a gallon on just the parts, and there's still not enough paint on here. So we're probably gonna have to buy like another gallon or another gallon and a half, dude.
Ooh, that's about another $1,000 right there, which is not too big of a deal because you know what? Classic car means
perfect paint job, beautiful
exactly.
paint job, dude.
So that means we're actually gonna have to sand all these parts down once again, just the outsides of the parts, not the insides.
Yeah, the jams and stuff on this stuff is good. We'll throw them back, bolt everything up, then we'll just spray the whole car at once.
Yes, sir. But that's not gonna be now because we gotta let this stuff cure. Because if we sand it too soon, we could have another issue where like the new paint that we're gonna throw over the top of it reacts really weird.
Yeah, it'll definitely. So we're gonna go ahead and let these bake probably for a day or two because it's still kind of rubbery feeling. So just 2 coats should dry up fairly quickly, and then we'll spray these suckers down. Now, I honestly can't wait just to throw these parts on the car to see what it looks like.
It's gonna look super sick, and honestly, we were gonna keep on moving and paint the jams in the paint booth as well, but the paint booth got occupied as soon as we left. Somebody needed to use it, so they're already in there. So I guess we can't really do nothing. We're kind of stumped right now, but you know what? We're gonna still stay productive. We're not just gonna stop. These things happen all the time. One thing that you don't want to do is just stop there and just to overthink it. You want to keep on moving. So what do we talk about doing?
Oh, right now, I mean, since this is our main working area right here inside the original Goon Squad garage, as you guys can tell, it's been a mess, man. We've been busting our knuckles every day trying to get stuff done, and we just haven't had the time to really do a really good cleanup in the garage, and it's pretty messy. I mean, it's hard to move around, it's hard to locate stuff, it's hard to find stuff sometimes, and I think it's the perfect opportunity to clean this thing up this afternoon, dude.
Definitely. We're going to go ahead and give it a complete clean. That way tomorrow in the morning we can come in with a fresh mind. I honestly think that's a good way to start the day when everything is nice and clean.
That's the perfect thing is whenever you got your workspace nice and clean, you come in and you just want to get straight to work.
Yes, sir. We're going to clean it. And also you might have noticed I shot a little picture of you bidding on a motorcycle. We won another one of those supercharger-able motorcycles.
Yeah, superchargeable motorcycles that this one was actually pretty clean. It had like all the like bells and whistles on it and stuff like that, and they still didn't give it away, man.
Dude, we're getting these deals on these motorcycles, but the insurance company is just not giving away. Right now, we won it for $7,000, but now they want like $8,200
or something like that. So we're not going to pay like that much for. I mean,
that's what auctions are for.
Yeah,
dude.
You bid and you win whatever you pay for. But you know what? We're just going to wait on another one. No big deal. Who knows? Maybe one will pop up.
Or maybe we might just hit that buy it now button.
You never know.
We're so tempted to do that right now.
I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's just $1,000 more than what we wanted to.
But you know what? That kind of defeats the purpose of the auction. I honestly don't like when they do that because auction is bidding wars. So we won the highest bid. Why would you increase the
it's like
the number?
Going on Craigslist and just buying something.
Just put it on eBay. Might as well. But no big deal there. You know what? It just wasn't meant to be. Maybe.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead, hop inside here, do a bunch of cleanup, and probably just catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and look at this garage right here. It is mighty clean in here, dude. We got the car lifted up, got all the cobwebs dusted off or whatnot, got everything sorted out over here, and oh my goodness, it just feels so much better just walking in here this morning. You're a little bit more, I guess, almost unfogged, if you will. You know, sometimes you get that brain fog a little bit because everything's just all over the place. You feel overwhelmed. Well, you know what? We took care of that last night, and we're actually not going to continue working on the 67 Camaro because Billy is actually out of town right now. So So we decided to hold off on that, and we're gonna do a few more little things, just me and Sam here today. And what we're gonna do is probably continue with like the cleaning process of a few things, not the shop itself, but I think we're gonna bring in the Mustang, maybe the S2000, clean up a few more other cars, maybe even do some test ripping. And also we do have a few other things planned as well, and we're still doing a lot of brainstorming. Like right now we're thinking about just pushing the button and purchasing that motorcycle in Nashville. And also we're looking at a few other purchases as well, just to kind of do something a little bit different in today's video. But first thing we're gonna do is probably go ahead and fire up that Mustang, because this back there, it is super filthy. I kind of hate to show it to you guys like this, but you know what? It is what it is. We're still working on the garage right now. That way we can store all these cars, but this is just the way that it has to be right now. So I say we go ahead and fire up that Mustang first things first, give it a nice little wash, and then we'll just go from there. That thing is an absolute monster right there, but you know what? The rain came down, so that only means one thing. Put the Mustangs up, got the Mustang in the garage here. It cleaned up super nice. I mean, let's just get a little closer look on it, dude. It definitely needs a little bit of paint correction and a few other little things here and there. And of course, I think we might have mentioned in a couple videos ago that that front bumper started chipping or something like that. That's a GT500 bumper, looks super sick, but it does need to get repainted. But you know what? I'm happy to have this sucker cleaned up a little bit and actually put into the garage, because oh my goodness, we've been missing out. I can see why we never sold this thing, honestly, because that thing is super fast, especially with that Pro Charger supercharger. I actually remember we raced the Z01 against this thing. Z01 has 650 horsepower. This has somewhere around that range, I think, like maybe 600, but it's a little bit lighter, and this sucker just pulled clean on it. So absolute beast right there. Honestly think that would be a nice drifting machine as well. We just got to find a parking lot, or actually once we get our shop built, we'll have a nice little pavement area to do some donuts and all sorts of cool stuff like that. But anyways, as right now, we're just gonna go ahead and set this sucker aside for now, and we're gonna run to the store and purchase something a little bit, I don't know if we're gonna purchase something just yet. It's actually an electric device. It's called a one wheel. I've always wanted one of those suckers, but you know what? Sucks that it actually started raining because it is an outdoor activity, but you know what? I think we're gonna go to the store and look at this stuff. Maybe it has to charge up and maybe the rain will die down or something. So I say we go ahead, hop into the Raptor, head that way, and see what we can come up with. Alrighty guys, so we are finally heading back from that store where we purchased 2 one wheels, and them suckers are pretty dang expensive. They're like 1,700 bucks a pop, plus like after taxes or whatever, so 4 grand total for one wheels right there. But you know what? I hear those suckers are pretty dang epic, so I can't wait to test those suckers out. And the weather is fine right now, so this is perfect right here. And I think all you gotta do is just take those suckers out of the package and charge them for like 45 to an hour, and we're gonna be ready to rip. So this is perfect right now, and we're gonna probably find a nice little location, maybe go down to the Battlefield Park or something like that. And these suckers, I think, can go up to 19 miles an hour. And the lady at the store is telling us a bunch of crazy stories, which, you know what? That's what we like. We like to get a little bit risky, a little bit dangerous, a little bit sketchy, you know, get your blood pumping, get your blood flowing. So we're all about that. So I can't wait to actually test this stuff out. And they can handle off-road as well. So that's gonna be pretty cool. There's like some horse trails where you're actually allowed to take like bikes and stuff there too. So we might go on some trails. So that's gonna be pretty fun right there. It's gonna be me and Sam. I know this is Billy's idea, so if you're watching this, don't be mad at us. You know, we're gonna let you test them out a little bit later. But as of right now, I say we just go ahead, probably head back to the house, put them suckers on charge, and just, I guess, go out and do some ripping. So we just cracked this sucker open, and I gotta say, that looks super epic right there. Looks like a big old drag wheel or something. Look at that, dude. Still got some nipple things on it right there. I guess that's a brand new tire. Let's go ahead and pop this off right here. Wow, look at, you got some grip tape, you got some wooden mahogany right there. I love this blue look. I don't know what you call that right there. I'm guessing that's aluminum. Really don't know how this thing really works. Like, where's the motor at? Is it in the wheel or something? That's really weird to think about right there, but I guess we'll figure out the technology later after we do some testing, bust our elbows, bust our knees, hopefully not bust our heads. So we might have to wear a helmet. What are you thinking, Sam? Are we gonna wear helmets or?
Oh, I don't know. It depends.
I did a little bit of testing in the store, and it did feel pretty sketchy a little bit. She had to assist me, but after a little bit, you get the hang of it. It's almost like, I never surfed, but I feel like that's what surfing would feel like. I've been skiing, I never went snowboarding. I've done longboard and all that good stuff. That's what the lady was saying, that it feels like longboarding. So I've done longboarding. I think we'll get the hang of this. So here's the charger right here. It should be a pretty simple process. You just plug it up and plug it up to the board there, or the one wheel there, and charge it up for a little bit. And then we're gonna go out there and we're just gonna absolutely shred the gnar. Alrighty guys, so check this out. While we were waiting for the one wheels to actually charge up, we went ahead and brought out the main green machine here. I gotta say, it is looking better than ever. There was a little bit of cobwebs on it, some mold on it, whatever, but that stuff all wiped off. And this thing is just basically in mint condition once again. But honestly guys, I know what you're probably thinking. You're like, dang man, y'all need to take better care of those cars. But you know what, we're trying to work towards that. We're working on that shop, man. I think about that every single day. I'm like, dang man, that car's sitting outside in the weather. So hopefully here really soon we'll have that sucker up and have all these cars stored in there nice and clean. Maybe just keep building them, because as I was driving this thing, I was thinking like, man, if only this thing just had a turbo and we could just hear that or whatever, however it sounds, dude, something like that. But anyways, let's give them a little walk by and show them the interior as well. Man, that interior is mint condition basically. Look at that, dude. Wouldn't you say that's mint condition right there, dude?
Yeah, I think you did a good job cleaning it.
I did a good job. That was all you, dude. That was just camera tricks, me helping you out there. But anyways, it's looking good from the front to the back to the side to the inside. Now it is time to actually practice, or yeah, I think we're gonna practice. We gotta practice, because that practice inside the store was definitely not enough. These suckers are fully charged. They've been on here for about an hour and a half, so we gave them a little bit of extra boost, if you will. And apparently they can go up to 20 miles an hour, dude. That is crazy. And they have a 12 to 18 mile range, so we can have plenty of fun out there. You want to go ahead and give it a shot first, or what are you thinking, dude?
I think,
you want me to give it a shot
yeah.
first? I guess we're just gonna give it a little bit of practice, and we're gonna probably find a few different cool locations and maybe do a little bit of ripping with these one wheels. Man, I tell you what, these things are sketchy, man. Did I not tell you guys we like to get our blood pumping a little bit? Look at what just happened to me. Viewer discretion advice. I don't think it's too bad. Does it look too bad on camera?
I mean, it don't look too bad. Just a little.
Scuffed my knees and scuffed my elbow. I did a little roll. The crazy thing is, we were getting so good at, we were getting pretty good at it. I wouldn't say so good at it. We were going off-road, going super fast. Then I decided to put the camera up and just have some fun out there and enjoy the time. And man, I hit the top speed on that joint, and it's supposed to have a kickback method where it's supposed to like kick back a little bit, but I started going forward, and like, man, I just became one with the board, and then I became one with the road, man, after that, because I don't know why. I was just leaning forward, probably hit top speed, and it just like cut off. And then I just, I took a couple steps, and then I did a little roll. So I rolled hand first, then my head took a little scrape, but luckily the hat protected that, so I probably would have had a little bald spot. Took a roll like that, then another roll. I don't know where that came from, honestly, man. It was tough, man. I feel like I almost blacked out for a little bit, but luckily I started breathing and I came back to my senses. So I'm super happy that I'm able to walk it off. And I am in a little bit of pain. I feel like I pulled a little bit of muscle, but that's no big deal, man. We made it back, you know what I mean? Everything's intact, no bones are broken. Wrist is a little bit sore, but I'm gonna keep on moving. So we're gonna go ahead, load all this stuff back up and head back to the house. Alrighty guys, so we are finally back at the house here, and I already jumped into the cold shower, but you know what, it's so hot out here, I started sweating again. But anyways, I'm ready for round two. Got the one wheels on the charger right there, but definitely gonna take it easy this time, follow all the rules, maybe grab a helmet. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. Got the garage nice and clean, we're ready to go for the next one. Unfortunately, a few things did happen to the 67 Camaro paint job, but you know what, the end result is just gonna be super epic. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that. Make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.